I'm not anti-anything. I don't want what I'm experiencing to have some sort of political bent. I just want my story out there so I and others like me can get the help that we are entitled to.
This is not political. This is a human issue.
And many other people are getting sick, and no one is willing to step up and help us.
And so it's usually someone says like, oh, really? Which one did you have? And I'll say, oh, I got Pfizer. Oh, that's strange. My husband got that one and he's fine. I'm like, yeah. And so did a lot of my family members, and they're all totally fine. But some people are not fine.
And by the time I got to my car, I noticed that my face was burning and tingling.
I can't feel my face. The first time I said those words was 10 months ago. The last time I said those words was 2 months ago, but I'm one of the lucky ones.
I went to the emergency room probably 15 times.
I was a father of a 16-year-old son. My government lied to me. They said it was safe.
The vaccines are safe, I promise you. They are safe and effective.
The president promised a safe and effective vaccine in record time, and President Trump delivered.
These are safe and effective.
Vaccines are safe, effective, and free.
I have facial paresthesia and nerve pain for the last 5 months.
Paresthesia is a word that I'd never heard of a year ago, but now it wakes me up every morning.
Severe, painful paresthesias, which are burning, tingling.
The people who are not getting vaccines, who are believing the lies on the internet instead of science, it's time to start shaming them. What else? Or leave them behind.
One word describes how I felt in the first few months after my diagnosis: abandoned.
I did what I was asked, got harmed, and there's no program in place for me.
I was fighting doctors, trying to get them to listen to what was happening to her because nobody else was researching. I have reported my symptoms to VSafe, VAERS, CDC, FDA, Pfizer.
They say we have a small percentage, but how do they truly know what the percentage is when they won't even acknowledge that we exist?
So she will not acknowledge it. If I talk about it, she changes the subject.
They don't understand, like, yes, I look fine on the outside, but not in the inside, not what I'm feeling, not the vibrations, the muscle twitching, the fatigue.
When are we going to stop putting up with the idiots in this country and just say it's mandatory to get vaccinated?
After 6 weeks of neurological reactions from the vaccine, I began to share my experience with people. I was shamed.
Oh, you can't shame them. You can't call them stupid. You can't call them silly. Yes, they are.
I was told that I was ethically and morally irresponsible because sharing my story could sway people away from getting vaccinated.
Let me be clear. I am pro-vaccine.
We are pro-vaccine and pro-science.
And I have always vaccinated my kids. I've always been vaccinated myself.
As a health professional, I understand the danger of creating vaccine hesitancy. Vaccines have saved countless lives, but you cannot erase people who are harmed.
We supported the vaccine. We're not irrational, we're not ignorant. We're just a group of people whose lives have drastically changed because of this, and we're not included in the mainstream dialogue.
And it turns out the primary freedom they want is the freedom to be stupid.
I'm listening to Dr. Fauci. I don't have to listen to a million people, just listen to him.
I represent science. And if you're attacking me, you're really attacking science. I mean, everybody knows that.
Many people who've had this experience have been silenced because we're told that our story is not significant because we are merely anecdotals.
But FDA officials instead told us, oh, these stories, AKA my life, are just anecdotes. Well, when you're the person who is harmed, it is your 100%.
I've been observing it, and I can't deny observation. That's how science happens, initially through observation, then we confirm through hypothesis, experiment, and data. My data is anecdotal, my observational group is significant, but we need additional studies to help.
I've listened to all of the people that you're going to hear today, and in my opinion, the stories that you will hear are more plausible than the fanciful explanations you might also hear.
This spring, when the current administration was urging young, healthy Americans to get vaccinated to help end this war on the pandemic, I stepped up because my country asked me to. In June, I joined the rapidly growing number of young men who develop pericarditis post-mRNA vaccine. That is the inflammation of the liner surrounding the heart. That condition, along with POTS and reactive arthritis, have completely brought an end to life as I knew it. I have been bedridden, unable to work, and unable to exercise for months. I'm not asking you to end the vaccine program by any means. All I'm asking is for some transparency and acknowledgement of what is happening. We need to set up a fund with a portion of vaccine proceeds to help heal and study injured Americans and compensate the families who have lost loved ones due to complications of the vaccine. I'm asking you, human to human, please do the right thing and help us.
We're here to tell our stories, ones largely ignored and silenced, and we hope that you listen, and we hope that you ask questions.
Today, I am 18 months from my 1 Pfizer shot, and I still wake up every morning with varying levels of numbness and electrical shocks throughout my body. They subside in about an hour or 2, and the rest of the day is random stinging pinpricks and numbness that comes and goes. The unfortunate politicization surrounding COVID vaccine has thrust me into an intense journey. A year ago, I had a basic trust in the CDC, NIH, and government health officials. I trusted the basic facts that came from my reliable left-wing news outlets. Now, I do not. Now, I question everything that I thought I knew. With this movie, my goal is to add nuance so that we might come together in humanity instead of division, not by agreeing on the answers, but by agreeing on the questions.
No matter what they try, I will always fight for you.